want every door knocked on. We want every person offered vaccine.
A local community healthcare provider and local volunteers will soon hit the streets to do just that. They'll be going door to door to register people for shots. Channel 3 New Haven Bureau Chief Matt McFarland is live in New Haven on how all of this is going to work. Matt.
Well, Aaron, think of it as a get out the vote campaign, but instead of talking about candidates, we're talking about the COVID vaccine. As you said, healthcare providers, immigrant rights advocates, volunteers, going to be going door to door in New Haven's Fairhaven neighborhood, talking with folks, providing information, and if they're interested, signing them up for a vaccine right there on the spot.
If you could do it, and get the vaccine.
But Hector Alvarado, who turns 61 this month and is already eligible for the vaccine, doesn't plan on getting it.
I'm not going to do it because I'm scared needles.
And it's that hesitancy over the vaccine many are trying to erase with an outreach effort titled Vaccinate Fairhaven.
It's a campaign modeled on Get Out the Vote, where the plan is to recruit literally 100 or more volunteers to knock on every door in Fairhaven.
Fairhaven Community Healthcare CEO Dr. Suzanne Lagarde and Dr. Everett Lamb detailed the plan earlier this week at the community provider's mass vaccination clinic at Wilbur Cross High School.
We need to become really granular and focus in on our community because we know that many of them will be in the shadows, many of them will be fearful.
And it's a real problem in the particularly hard-hit Fairhaven neighborhood where transportation, internet access, and language barriers are all too common.
Where the state has numbers that have now finally dropped below about 3% positivity, we're still in the Fairhaven community experiencing almost 10%.
So that's why starting next weekend, the plan is to hit the streets, knocking on doors and offering every eligible person a vaccine.
If they're willing, they will be given a time and a date right then and there. And if they need transportation, that will be addressed right then and there.
They're working with a local taxi company to provide rides to the clinic at Wilbur Cross. And now with access to the new single-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine, they're exploring whether or not the door knock can turn into a dose.
The question that we're discussing internally is, could we actually go into the home and give them the vaccine right then and there? Because then we don't have to worry about second doses.
Again, this is going to kick off here in New Haven on March 13th. That's a week from tomorrow. If you'd like to volunteer, you can contact the Fairhaven Community Healthcare. We've got a link on the Channel 3 app. We're live with the mobile newsroom in New Haven. Matt McFarland, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.